आपने जब रिटेन कोई भी प्लैटिनियम कैटेगरी में रिटेन नहीं किया था, उसकी कोई टारगेट था आपका कि किसी को करना था? और दूसरा आप ये आपने कहा जैसे कि अब प्लेयर्स की अवेलेबिलिटी 100% होगी, आपने मार्क चैपमैन लिया है, उसके बारे में बताया जा रहा है कि शायद वो पहला जो हिस्सा है PSL का उसमें अवेलेबल नहीं होगा, और उनके यहाँ जो है वो बच्चे की पैदाइश की वजह से, क्या वो पूरा सीजन होंगे अवेलेबल या वो दूसरे ही हिस्से में होंगे?
ऑलमोस्ट पूरे सीजन के लिए मैं भी शायद 1-2 मैचेस शुरू के मिस करें, बट रेस्ट ऑफ द मैचेस अवेलेबल होंगे। यही चीज़ को देखते हुए और उनसे कंसल्ट भी किया था, क्योंकि पिक करने से पहले हमने बात की थी उनसे और उन्होंने अपनी अवेलेबिलिटी बताई थी, तो उसको मद्देनज़र रखते हुए हमने डिसाइड किया उनको लिया। प्लैटिनम में जो हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे वो परफॉर्मेंसेज नहीं थी नेचुरली, जिसकी वजह से थोड़ा सा इशू आ रहा था हमें, और अब फिन को हमने पिक किया, वन ऑफ द बेस्ट प्लेयर करंट क्रिकेट के अंदर। अगर आप देखें स्ट्राइक रेट वगैरह, तो जेसन रॉय को भी थोड़ा सा जो उनकी फॉर्म थी उसको मद्देनज़र रखते हुए डिसाइड किया था कि उनको हम रिटेन नहीं करेंगे, और फिर एलन को लेने का मकसद ही बेसिकली ये कि हमें एक बेटर प्लेयर मिल रहा है जो जिसकी करंट फॉर्म भी बहुत अच्छी है।
आप सबका बहुत शुक्रिया, थैंक यू सो मच, दुआ कीजिएगा। थैंक यू।
Join our friend. He's got more information, more on the picks in this age group he has to drop, so take it away.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Sikandar. We're back for the supplementary round, and just remember that teams are going to pick 2 overseas and 2 local players. I know a lot of players now are ready for a little bit of dinner and a little bit hungry, so let's try and get through this as quick as we can if possible. So supplementary pick number 1 is back over to our friends from Islamabad United. Mike Hessen, will be the first pick. So remember, 2 overseas, 75 seconds on the clock now. That'll start now. There's a lot of overseas players that are up for grabs. It'll be interesting to see Islamabad United, whether you go for an Alex Hales, a Jason Roy, even somebody like a Kane Williamson, who is still available in this draft of 2025 of HBL PSL. So the clock is going down. They're still in discussions. I'm looking at Mike Hessen to see if he's made the decision. He has made the decision. So hopefully his mic will work. And Mike, please give us your decision on your supplementary player number 1.
Are you there? Yep. Riley Meredith, pace bowler from Hobart, Australia.
So decision made by Mike Hessen, and Islamabad United is pick number 1 in the supplementary category is the pace bowler of Riley Meredith. Islamabad United bringing in a little bit of pace. You can see with his stats, decent economy, 135 wickets in 109 matches. Right, supplementary number 2. We'll just go over towards the Multan Sultans, and 75 seconds on the clock again for the Multan Sultans to make their decision. And while they are making that decision, I'll quickly come back to Mike Hessen. Pace is important in all forms of T20. Microphone will work, I hope. Obviously bringing in the likes of Riley Meredith. The microphone isn't ready, so just checking that the Multan Sultans pick is ready. So supplementary 2 decision made by the Multan Sultans, and the player is, please.
We are welcoming back our destructive opener and another West Indian, Johnson Charles.
That is the pick for the Multan Sultans, supplementary pick number 2. And it is the destructive player, West Indian Johnson Charles. Best of 119. He will enjoy batting on his home ground. So that is supplementary number 2. Right, now it's time for the supplementary player number 3. And we'll go over to the Lahore Qalandars. 75 seconds is on the clock now, so that'll be clocking down now. Go back to the Multan Sultans. I'll still come back to you, Mike Essen, at some stage if that mic works. Do you want to check? Mic isn't working. Is the Multan Sultans mic, is that working? I think it is working.
No.
It is working. Obviously, talk us through that pick of Johnson Charles.
So when we were looking at who would be our ideal opener to partner with on, we looked at the stats of all the openers available, including David Warner, including Finn Allen, Evan Lewis, and the like. And we saw, much to our surprise, that Johnson Charles had better stats than all of these guys. So we took a risk by picking him late, but we felt he was someone that would not be picked in the first few rounds, and he will be available in our supplementary round. We hope to have our right to match available just in case he gets picked in supplementary before us, but we had to use it on Taib Tire, thanks to our friends at the table. So we are very happy to welcome back Johnson Charles to the Sultans.
Thanks a lot. I think decision has been made also from the Lahore Qalandars. So supplementary player number 3, and your player is, please.
Our player is Tom Curran from England.
So supplementary player number 3, Lahore Qalandars, and it is the Englishman, Tom Curran, and who has played a lot of franchise cricket around the world, 250 matches, decent all-rounder. So Tom Curran will be playing for the Lahore Qalandars in the HBL PSL 2025. Right, supplementary player number 4 is the Quetta Gladiators. So 75 seconds once again is up. And that starts now. Let's go back to Lahore and maybe ask the captain, Shaheen Shah Afridi, a very good player, Tom Curran, Shaheen, and he'll add to your squad.
Yeah, I think he's a very good all-rounder, and we need a rounder backup of Murshid David Wiese. If he's not fit somewhere, so we'll add on Tom Curran. And he's also performing very well around the world league, so that's why we pick him.
And a nice combination. I keep talking about Darren Goff, but to have somebody that Goff knows to work with somebody like Tom Curran.
Yeah, I think it will be easy to, Englishmen know other Englishmen, so it will be easy for us.
Thanks a lot, Shaheen. Let's go to Quetta Gladiators. Have you made the decision? You have made the decision, and your first pick, supplementary 4, is, please.
Yes, Dominic, we are picking up Kushal Mendes, the wicket-keeper batsman from Sri Lanka. He was with us in one of the other leagues that we played in Sri Lanka. He's a great upper order batsman, also plays in the middle. And we needed somebody like that. He's a good finisher. So we welcome back Kushal Mendes as Quetta Gladiators now.
So that is confirmation on your board now. Kushal Mendes is a supplementary player for the Quetta Gladiators. Wicketkeeper batsman with very good stats, high score of 105. Right, let's go to supplementary pick number 5. Just to my right hand side here is the Peshawar Zalmi and Mohammed Akram, who is working hard there. 75 seconds has started. I'm going to come to Moeen Khan. If Moeen could just pick up the important to have wicket-keeping batsmen in T20. How important?
Well, of course, as everybody knows, the wicket-keeper is the backbone of the team, and the form he's carrying right now, I think it's amazing. You can see the strike rate, even Kushal. I mean, he finishes as well with a good note always, and the top order, if we can see him in the top order, he's a wonderful player. So I think and believe it's the right choice for us, because we were looking for a good wicket-keeper batsman.
Thanks a lot, Moeen. I think the time has gone, and I'm looking at Mohammed Akram and hoping that he's made the decision. So supplementary pick number 5, Mohammed Akram, please.
From West Indies, Azari Joseph.
So that is the pick for Mohamed Akram and Peshawar Zalmi. It is the West Indian, the fast bowler, Huzoori Joseph. I'll come back to you in a minute and ask you about that. Right, go to supplementary pick number 6 and the Karachi Kings. 75 seconds now for you to make that decision. And while we've got a little bit of time, Mohamed Akram, come back to you again. You certainly are packing your franchise with fast bowlers.
They're playing so much cricket these days, so it's important to be a step ahead, be proactive, and have backups for each individual. So that fits in our plans very well.
Thanks a lot. So just waiting for the Karachi Kings to make their decision. Is the decision made? Yes, the decision is made for Karachi Kings, which is supplementary 2, pick number 6. Sean Masood, who have you picked, please?
We're picking one of my favorite players, Kane Williamson.
What a player. What a decision. A lot of people are happy to see this man coming to the HBL, PSL, Kane Williamson, with all his experience, 254 matches, high score of 101, strike rate of 122. So Kane Williamson will be playing with David Warner and Sean Masood at the Karachi Kings. Right, supplementary number 7 now. It's back to Mohamed Akram and the Zalmi. 75 seconds once again. Just about starting. Come back to you, Sean. Wow, you're certainly going with big match players. Warner, Williamson. You don't get any bigger.
I think I'll just keep talking to him throughout the PSL.
But that is good. Obviously, you know, you talk about what T20 brings, and senior players like David Warner and like Kane Williamson, they don't just add, they obviously help players like yourself as well.
I think for someone like him especially, former emerging player, I think they're very good additions. And then obviously we just saw him play right now in the South Africa League. He's gotten off to a great start, so we're pretty confident that he's raring to go in the PSL as well.
And a massive coup for the HBL PSL to get the likes of Warner and Williamson, not just in the PSL, but in your franchise.
And in Pakistan, for our crowds to see Warner and Williamson play in tandem would be even better, so we're all very excited.
Thanks a lot. Just waiting 8 seconds. We are just counting down to Zalmi's second pick. I'm just waiting to see whether they have made that decision. It is exciting times for HBL, PSL, for all these big match players that are coming to Pakistan and going to play one of the best leagues around in T20. Time is up then for the Peshawar Zalmi and their second pick in the supplementary draft and part of the draft. They're still in consultations. Looks like we're all set and going. Who are you going with, Mohamed Akram, please?
Local boy, Ahmed Daniel.
Okay, that is their second pick. Remember that in this category, 2 overseas and 2 local players will be picked. From there we go to supplementary 2, pick number 8, and that is back to Mike Hesson and Shadab Khan with Islamabad United. So 75 seconds on the board. I'll come back to you again, Mohamed Akram. Gone for an overseas player, now a local player. Tell us how difficult it is as running a franchise when perhaps you look at certain picks and you just can't quite get them because they've already gone.
Year 10 now, we're quite used to it. It takes a long time to decide, but obviously we start working 4 or 5 weeks in advance. So we're getting pretty much whatever we wanted. There's so much available in this draft for everybody. So going now, we're just going for Ahmed Daniel, just a backup for our local fast bowlers. So he was with Lahore before. He's done really well. Picked for Pakistan, got injured, but he's potential Pakistan player, future Pakistan player. So we're really happy to get him.
Thanks a lot. Second pick then for Islamabad United, Mike Hesson. It is supplementary 2, pick number 8, and you have gone 4, please.
We've gone for Sam Billings.
Thank you.
Obviously from, there we go, we thought Lahore would do that.
Lahore have put their match up. Sam Billings has been matched by the Lahore Qalandars. So the paddle has gone up. He won't be at Islamabad United. He will be at the Lahore Qalandars. So we'll go back to Islamabad. And another 75 seconds. I might just come to you, Sam Billings, because of keeper batter and plays a lot of franchise cricket. We will try and get that mic to work at some stage.
Hello.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, no, Sam is somebody who was in the winning squad for Lahore Qalandar. He is one of the integral part and hugely popular among the Qalandar fans, and I'm sure they will be really excited to see him back in Qalandar family.
Yep, Sam Billings from the UK, who is not joining the Islamabad United, will be joining Lahore Qalandars. So we're just waiting to see Islamabad United. Are you ready to go with your second pick, please?
Yes, it's Rasi Van der Dusen coming back to Islamabad United, and one of the batters of the tournament last year. So welcome back, Rasi.
So they perhaps didn't get the one they wanted in Sam Billings, and maybe that has just quite made it a little bit complicated for other franchises, but the pick is Rasi Van der Dusen for Islamabad United is pick number 8. So from there we'll go to pick number 9, back to the Multan Sultans, and 75 seconds on the clock now for the Multan Sultans. I'll come back to Islamabad United. I'm not sure who wants to pick up. Mike Hesson. Rasi Van der Dusen, everywhere you watch him play, he's a destructive player.
Yeah, look, he played beautifully against us at Lahore last year. He's a player who's actually started to understand his T20 game much better over the last 12 to 24 months. So yeah, fine player, can bat anywhere, sort of in the top 4. So depending on the balance we go with, to have a world-class player like that on our books is fantastic. So yeah, good to have him back.
You were always wondering if somebody may take Sam Billings, because you said that doesn't surprise you. So you always had that second player just to obviously go with.
Yeah, look, I think every squad will have 4 or 5 players in their depth chart. Always the risk is that players that you want you've picked up before or the right to match. So we always thought Billings would be right to match, but you never know. You try your luck, don't you?
Absolutely.
And
right.
very happy to get Rasi.
Very good, and he's a good player as well, let me assure you. So let's go back to the Multan Sultans and their pick of number 2 in the supplementary, number 9, and I think the microphone is hopefully working.
Hello.
And your player is, please.
We've gone for a batter from Barbados.